Ever feel like you're kind of stuck? Like you've only got limited options,
Mm.
And maybe you've even been told, hey, this is just how it is, and you just got to accept it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there.
Well, today we're diving into a story that might just make you question those boundaries, especially when it comes to healthcare.
Okay.
And get this, it involves a dog named Albert.
What's fascinating about Albert's story is that it's not just about, like, a dog and his injury.
Right.
It's about challenging what we think we know and exploring the remarkable potential of thinking outside the box when it comes to healing.
We'll love that.
This is a story that could inspire all of us, whether we're talking about, our furry friends or even ourselves.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Yeah.
We have these sources that detail Albert's journey, but here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
The sources suggest that Albert's owner might have taken a slightly unconventional route to his recovery.
And that makes you wonder,
Right.
how often do we just accept limitations, especially when it comes to healthcare? Could there be alternative paths that maybe we haven't even considered?
Exactly. So who is Albert?
Okay.
Before this injury, turned his world upside down, he was a whirlwind of canine energy jumping, playing, full of that,
Yeah.
contagious joy that only dogs can bring.
The best.
And that's what makes this whole incident so striking.
Right.
It wasn't some crazy stunt gone wrong, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was a normal, everyday activity jumping up the stairs
Oh, wow.
that led to a severe leg injury.
And that just goes to show these things can happen to
Right.
anyone, human or canine.
And the aftermath.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
The sources describe Albert's declining health despite being prescribed Rimadyl.
Wow.
He wasn't eating, drinking, or moving.
Oh, no.
It's as if his spirit was fading along with his physical strength.
It was a desperate situation.
Oh, wow.
And the pressure for surgery was mounting.
Yeah.
But there was this, lingering concern for Albert's overall well-being, not just his physical injury. And this is where the limitations of those traditional approaches come to light.
Yeah.
The vet's own words, as noted in the source, were, "I'm not a vet psychologist, I'm a surgeon."
A statement that speaks volumes, right?
Yeah.
It highlights how specialized fields, while crucial, can sometimes create tunnel vision, potentially overlooking a more holistic approach.
Definitely.
We need to keep in mind the big picture.
Absolutely.
Makes you wonder if sometimes we just need a different perspective, like a fresh set of eyes,
Absolutely. And that's where Elshriff comes in.
Okay.
He was a personal trainer,
Interesting.
and he was willing to think outside the box, go beyond those traditional approaches for Albert's sake.
The sources kind of paint him as a real-life hero for our furry friend.
Yeah.
He proposed this one-week trial
Okay.
of a holistic approach,
I
which,
yeah.
sounds like a brave move, right?
It was a gamble for sure.
Yeah, considering everything.
What does holistic even mean in this context?
Yeah.
Right? It's about treating the whole individual, not just the symptoms.
Okay.
In Albert's case, it meant addressing both his physical injury and his emotional well-being.
So how do you approach this?
Well-
It wasn't a vet, right?
Right. He wasn't a vet, but he was passionate about helping Albert. He immersed himself in dog anatomy and psychology, really trying to understand how dogs experience the world.
Just like he was trying to get inside Albert's head, literally.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. He created a human avatar for Albert, essentially putting himself in Albert's paws to understand how he might be feeling, reacting to the injury.
That's incredible. To bridge that human-canine understanding gap, to think that way.
Right.
Wow, I'm impressed.
It's a testament to his dedication, and it didn't stop there. This wasn't just theory. He combined his knowledge of psychology with his expertise as a personal trainer, devising a personalized rehabilitation plan for Albert.
Okay, so instead of a sterile clinic,
Yeah.
Albert's recovery took place in a park, right?
Yes. The sources mentioned daily sessions at the park. But this wasn't just about walks and fresh air, right?
Right.
Al-Sharif was essentially running a personalized rehab clinic in the great outdoors, using his training techniques to help Albert regain his strength and mobility.
And did it work?
The results were amazing.
Okay.
Within just 10 days of starting this holistic routine, Albert was walking again.
Really?
Not just walking, but regaining that spark, that zest for life that he was known for.
That's incredible. In just 10 days, that's got to be a testament to the power of this approach, right?
Absolutely. It shows that sometimes looking beyond the traditional, embracing a more comprehensive, holistic approach can lead to incredible outcomes.
And what about Albert's owner? What'd they think of all this?
Well, according to the sources, the owner joked that Al-Sharif had stolen Albert's affection.
Oh,
That says a lot about the bond they formed during the recovery process.
That's
Okay, I'm
heartwarming.
coming.
And after 3 months,
Albert was completely injury-free, a testament to what can happen when we dare to challenge conventions and explore those alternative paths to healing.
this part of Albert's story, like the emotional aspect, it always gets to me. It's a good reminder that healing goes beyond the physical, right?
Right.
It's about addressing the whole being, emotional and psychological well-being, all of it.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that the mind and body are connected, and sometimes a little unconventional thinking can bridge that gap more effectively than we might expect. This story, it makes you wonder about those times when maybe we're limiting ourselves by sticking to the, well-trodden path.
It's like we get so stuck in our routines, our ways of thinking, and forget to like even look beyond the familiar,
Exactly. We get so used to this is how it's always been done, and we don't even stop to think, well, is there a better way?
Right, right. Yeah. So what does this all mean for us, our listeners, right? Maybe they're facing their own stuck moments, whether it's health or, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
any other part of life, right?
It reminds us that we have more control than we think.
Yeah.
We can question, we can explore, consider those what-if possibilities, just like Al-Sharif did, right?
It's about challenging how things are supposed to be.
Precisely. It's about remembering that the best solutions, they often come from daring to think differently,
Yeah.
from integrating diverse perspectives and trusting that sometimes those unconventional paths, they can lead to the most remarkable recoveries, transformations, breakthroughs even.
I love that Albert's story is ultimately a story of hope and resilience
Absolutely.
and the boundless potential that comes when we challenge the norm.
Yes. It really makes you wonder how many other Alberts are out there just waiting for someone to see their potential, to, think outside that box and to guide them towards a brighter future.
The call to action for all of us to be a little more like Al-Sharif in our own lives, right?
Yeah.
Embrace curiosity, question those limitations, and never underestimate the power of a fresh perspective.
And maybe, just maybe, by doing so,
Yeah.
we might uncover possibilities and solutions we never even thought possible, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us.
So listeners, as you go about your day, remember Albert and his journey. Let it inspire you to challenge what you think you know, to seek out those alternative perspectives, and to never, ever give up on the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. Hey,
Yeah.
you might even inspire someone else along the way, right?
Absolutely. After all, sometimes the most profound transformations, they begin with just a single step outside our comfort zones.
That's so true.
With a willingness to embrace the unknown and with that unwavering belief that even when we face limitations, there's always a path toward healing, growth, and a much brighter future.
Beautifully put. Until next time, keep those minds open, those perspectives wide.
Yeah.
And remember, sometimes those most unexpected journeys lead to the most remarkable destinations.